Today, Mainers make their voices heard in a number of state, local, and federal races. The decisions made today determine who you will see on the ballot come November. And that includes the race for governor of Maine. Our coverage this half hour features some of the candidates on primary ballots today. Bailey Cornick keeping up with Hannah Pingree's campaign. Samantha York is following Troy Jackson and Shenna Bellows. But we'll start with Christian Harsa, who is with Jonathan Bush's campaign tonight. Hi there, Christian.
Hi, Chris. I'm in Cape Elizabeth, which is where Jonathan Bush currently lives. And as we've been here at the polling location over the past few hours, and I was even here earlier today, it's been a pretty steady stream of people. As you can see, the line is running almost, not quite to the door, but almost. And we've seen this pretty consistently, and that's something they say is pretty typical. I was talking to the warden, and while you have all these people coming in to vote in person, they still had quite a few people vote absentee, coming to 1,400 ballots overall. And what we have been seeing, and maybe some people watching at home have experienced, is the lines are maybe a little bit longer than they were a few years ago, and that might be because of ranked choice voting. They say people take a little bit longer at the polls. They have to think things through a little bit more, make sure they're doing it correctly, and it slows them down. And ranked choice voting is something that Jonathan Bush doesn't really like, but he does say it's pretty much here to stay, and he might want to reform it, make it more efficient, but he's not looking to get rid of it. Now, Jonathan Bush is one of those 7 GOP members running for the governor's office to appear on November's ballot and hopefully become Maine's next governor. Now, Bush has a lot of experience in the private sector, but will be new to the public sector. Now, most of his private sector experience is in healthcare, and he says that that sets him up pretty well to be what he hopes to be is Maine's next CEO.
I do think that the vast majority of Maine Republicans want an outsider, and I think they want a CEO. And there's more than one of those, but my sense is that you'll see a lot of those CEO outsiders at the top of the ballot.
Now, when we wrap up here in Cape Elizabeth, we're going to be heading to South Portland, where Jonathan Bush will be having his campaign event tonight. Well, we'll be live starting there at 8 p.m., and you all are happy to watch along with us. Chris?
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Christian. On the Democratic side, 5 candidates are hoping to become the nominee in November. Samantha York joins us live from the Standish area with more from the campaigns for both Shenna Bellows and Troy Jackson. Hey there, Sam.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, candidates like Troy Jackson, Shenna Bellows really have people fired up this election cycle. We've been in Standish this afternoon. Like Christian mentioned, steady stream of people coming into the building to cast their votes. We checked in with the warden here. Her name is Sandy Osterrider. She said it's busier than they typically see, and here's why people are coming out.
I don't ever recall it ever being this steady. I looked at the figures before, and it seems like we have a lot of voters coming out, and I think part of that is because of the number of candidates that have followers, that and people are really intent on certain candidates that they want to move on in the process.
So voters really want their voices heard, especially when it comes to the governor's race. Both Shenna Bellows and Troy Jackson are looking to claim the Democratic nomination for governor. Both are running very similar messaging, making life more affordable for Mainers and for the working class, investing in education, finding a way to lower property taxes for people. And both candidates have had a very busy day. They're going to have a very busy night. We're going to be following Shenna Bellows' campaign at her party this evening at 3 Strong Spirits in Portland. Troy Jackson also hosting a party in Portland at Bruno's, both starting in the 7 o'clock hour. If you can't tell, I'm out of breath. We have got so much that we're keeping track of tonight, Chris. I'll send it back to you.
Lots of big races and many candidates involved. Thanks, Sam. Another name on the Democratic side, Hannah Pingree. She's running to replace her current boss, Governor Janet Mills. Pingree was a cabinet member in the current Mills administration until she jumped into this race. Bailey Cornick joins us live from Portland with more on Hannah Pingree's campaign. Hey there, Bailey.
Hey, Chris. Yes, we're in Portland. We're over on the East End at the East End Community School. We were in Falmouth earlier today, though. Now we are in Portland. We're just 2 hours shy of the doors closing up for tonight at 8 o'clock. So voters, we can see them trickling in now as the workday wraps up. They're taking advantage of those last few hours to get their ballot casted. We did speak with Hannah Pingree earlier today in Falmouth, as mentioned. She said she's excited for tonight and she's feeling grateful for the support she has received. She's hoping her years of experience in Augusta will translate into a win tonight. Take a listen.
We're going to start to hear results tonight, but I'm going to be very, very grateful. My kids are coming down. My husband is here with me today. Honestly, we've had thousands of people involved in our campaign. So whatever happens, we're grateful. We think we have a great chance of winning this thing, but we're just going to be excited to celebrate.
And we will be at Hannah's watch party tonight in Portland. We'll be sure to keep you updated as those results start trickling in. As you know, it is a ranked choice election, so might be a while, but we will keep you updated as we learn things tonight. Chris, back to you.
All right, Bailey Cornick live in Portland tonight following Hannah Pingree. Thanks so much. Some other news we are following today. One man under arrest after law enforcement officers executed a search warrant at a home in Portland this afternoon. CENTER Maine's Drew Peters shows us why neighbors say they've had concerns about this building.
Residents here off Kensington Street and Windsor Terrace say the neighborhood is usually quiet. But earlier Tuesday afternoon, this duplex here behind me got loud.
All these SWAT trucks rolled up. There were a couple like armored trucks, vans with, I don't know, probably like 15 or 20 officers.
Anyone inside 38 Kensington Street, come out with something in your hand.
It's a sight that Ken Bureau says he'd never expect to see during his daily afternoon walk.
We live in a beautiful neighborhood over here. It's pretty quiet.
Maine drug enforcement agents, joined by the Portland Police Department, to execute what officers referred to as a high-risk search warrant following a months-long investigation spurred by community concerns.
Just a lot of traffic coming in and out and interesting smells coming from the building.
Maine DEA agents and Department of Public Safety officials confirming that one man was arrested nearby on Washington Ave as a result of the drug-related search. Agents locating and seizing 79 grams of cocaine, as well as other items indicative of drug trafficking at the residence.
The neighborhood's a beautiful neighborhood, and we just noticed that people weren't taking care of their property here at this house.
Longtime neighbor Nina Miller says she wasn't one of the residents who notified the police, but she is grateful to see some action being taken.
It'd be nice to get to the bottom of it and have the neighborhood back and have it taken care of. If there is a drug problem, it should not be happening in our neighborhood.
Detectives with the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency say there was one arrest made during the execution of the search warrant. In Portland, Drew Peters, CENTER Maine.
According to Maine Department of Public Safety officials, the man arrested was Abdikar Mohammed. He's charged with 4 counts of drug trafficking.